Yo, what up, baby? This week in One Piece was a doozy. It was almost as crazy as last week. Almost. However, next week is Golden Week in Japan, so we will be on break. But Oda did throw us a bone to chew on, so let's get... Wait. I know what you're thinking. You thought I was going to say, let's get straight into it. We're going to cut to our opening. Hey, listen, ding! Without you guys liking the video and subscribing. Guys, we are almost at 300 subscribers, so if you want to get in that 300 crew, make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, because we're dropping videos on here every single week for you guys. And now let's get straight into it.
Hey, listen!
Yeah, people, so after the release of the most recent chapter, 1080, we see that the Marines basically threw a wrench in Blackbeard's plan, with the big man Garp pulling up to Hachinosu before Blackbeard made his return. Of course, with Blackbeard still locked in battle with Law and another one of his ships pulling up to Egghead, it seems like the Yonko might be spreading himself a little bit thin. Speaking of Blackbeard being locked in combat with Law, though, this pretty much rules out the theory that Garp will somehow essentially rescue Law, which means that Law is grits, right? I mean, the writing was pretty much on the wall a couple of chapters ago, but this pretty much confirms that Law's not going to get any backup unless, I don't know, maybe Kuzan blows his cover, but I mean, if he's not going to blow it for Kobe, why would he blow it for Law? So it's possible that next time we see Blackbeard, he might have a new wielder of the OP no Mi. Sorry, Law fans. But getting back on the subject, this all culminated in an opportunity for Garp to do what he set out to do and rescue Captain Kobe. At least that's what we're being led to think. And that's pretty much what we've done all week. Garp's Galaxy Fist demolished the town square in Hachinosu, and on top of that, Kobe's pretty much already escaped. I mean, what's the point of these guys even showing up here? But at the end of last chapter, it's definitely looking like the Marines have the advantage in this situation, with not just Garp showing up, but they've got 2 rear admirals and a commander. I'm not even counting in Helmeppo and Tashigi, even though they're there as well. And on top of that, the people that Blackbeard left behind to guard Hachinosu aren't the smartest, they aren't the strongest, and with the exception of Shiryu of the Rain, they really just weren't his brightest and best. And of course, Kuzan is never there in real time, so that means the mission from here should be pretty straightforward in theory. But this is Blackbeard we're talking about. Nothing is ever as straightforward as it seems. The flashback that Kobe had mid-chapter gave us some insight of how Blackbeard was feeling about the current situation. Of course, Blackbeard had a master plan to ransom Kobe to the world government so that he could make Hachinosu an official kingdom recognized by the world government, and of course he would be the king. Now there's definitely some underlying motive here that Blackbeard has, because there's no way that Blackbeard just wants to join the world government. He's clearly just trying to take advantage of the perks that come along with aligning with the world government. And you know what? The world government seemed pretty much dumb enough to fall for this sort of thing. I mean, they kind of already fell for it once when he was a warlord, and he didn't even do anything they asked him to do. The best thing he ever did for them was capture Ace, but even then he used that situation to get into Impel Down so he could bolster his pirate crew with level 6 inmates. Which, quick side note, the warlords are pirates. I understand they work for the world government, but they're pirates. Why would you just allow pirates to waltz right in to Impel Down? And this is what I mean by the world government stupidity. But putting that rant aside, we know that Blackbeard is some sort of Zebek fanboy, and we know that Rox wanted to become king of the world. So this might have some sort of link to that, along with all of the other advantages of just being a part of the world government. Could you imagine a scenario where a country being headed by Blackbeard is being protected by the Marines? That would really be a piss take of the system. But other than that, Blackbeard hates the world government and he really just wants to see chaos reign. So obviously he wants to be king of the pirates and he wants to find the One Piece. So anything that he does with the world government is going to help him achieve those two goals. That being said, pretty much let him know how silly his plan was, because Kobe is a part of Sword. And luckily Kuzan was there to explain to Blackbeard and us exactly who the Sword members are. Kuzan basically explained that anybody who is in the Sword branch of the Marines have basically already handed in the resignation letters. They're done. And because of this, they can act on their own. They don't have to follow any sort of orders. However, this means that the world government has plausible deniability in everything that they do, and they can cut ties with them. This is exactly why we saw Drake basically pleading to the Straw Hats during the Battle of Onigashima, hey, let me fight alongside you guys because I'm a sitting duck here. If Kaido and them found out that I betrayed them and of course I work for Sword, it's not exactly like I can just call for backup. And we saw that even CP0 tried to kill him. Being a Sword member really puts you in a peculiar position in the Marines. But this doesn't sway Blackbeard. Honestly, it doesn't even dampen his spirit at all, and he's continuing full steam ahead with this plan. Not only that, Blackbeard seems to be fixated on the fact that Kobe is a hero. Of course, he's referring to the hero title that Kobe received after the Rocky Port incident. Man, I know I'm not the only person out here who's tired of just hearing about the Rocky Port incident. I just want to know what happened. Please, Oda, give us something. Give us a flashback. Anything. An event that affects Kobe, Blackbeard, Law, Hachinosu essentially is an event that affected and shaped the race for the One Piece. So Oda, please give us something. But obviously this event was a huge deal. The hero title isn't something that the Marines just throw around all willy-nilly. None of the previous admirals have it. None of the current admirals have it. And the fleet admiral doesn't even have it. So it's a pretty big deal that almost none of your other colleagues have this title of hero. None of them except for Garp, that is. At the end of the flashback, Blackbeard seems convinced that they should continue with their plan, because as long as you have the hero title, the Marines will not just leave you hanging out here. They're gonna send somebody, whether it be more Marines, whether it be Sword members, whether it be Seraphims, whether it be Cypher Poles, they're sending somebody. And maybe they'll even go back to the bargaining table. Something was going to be done if you hold the title of hero. And my guess is it's because of the optics, right? Blackbeard is clearly pretty intelligent, and maybe they'll even go back to the bargaining table. Something was going to be done if you hold the title of hero. And my guess is it's because of the optics, right? Blackbeard is clearly pretty intelligent on the inner workings of the Marines. I don't know if he learned all this while he was a warlord or he knew this prior, but he knows that the optics of letting your hero just be kidnapped and I guess killed is a really bad look for the Marines. So now we're just left to ask ourselves, why is it that he's okay with going forward with the plan even though Kobe is a member of Sword? Well, somehow he knew that Garp would show up to rescue his pupil. Somehow he's taking advantage of the student-pupil relationship that Garp has with Kobe, and he's playing to that advantage. And we all knew that Kobe is like a son to Garp. He's the son that Garp always wanted, right? Dragon's a revolutionary, the most wanted man in the world. Luffy's a pirate. Ace was a pirate. Kobe was the one. And even though he started out as a weakling, he followed in the footsteps of Garp. He gained recognition in the Marines because of the Rocky Port incident, and we could clearly see that Garp believes in him. So there was no way that Garp was just gonna leave Kobe to his fate. And because of that, Blackbeard can actually use this to his advantage, since Garp has that hero title. And not only that, Garp isn't even a part of SWORD. He's actually just a regular vice admiral. So if Blackbeard was to in some way capture Garp, then the plan is back on, because Garp is the perfect bargaining chip. There's only one problem with this plan, and that's Garp. Garp is too bloody strong, at least for these lot. Maybe not for Blackbeard himself, but to be honest, Garp would have been a handful even if Blackbeard was here. So without Blackbeard, I just don't see this group, this ragtag group, being able to subdue Garp. What makes it worse is that Garp has Conqueror's Hockey as well. So basically, the way I see it, they've got Shiryu, and that's basically it. I don't see Vasco Shot or Avalo Pizarro taking down a legendary hero like Garp. And don't even talk to me about San Juan Wolf. Like, let's be serious here. Nah, it's gonna take something much more clever than these guys just jumping Garp in order to actually capture him. So the advantage is definitely still with the Marines, but like I said before, this is Blackbeard and he always has something up his sleeve. We're just gonna have to wait and see what it is. Of course, the 10th Titanic captain is still unknown and still on the loose, and Kuzan's still somewhere out there pretending to be a Blackbeard pirate. And you know, it's always convenient that he's never there, especially when it's time to face down one of his former colleagues. He's never there. But this was just something to think about. Let me know what you guys think down in that comment section. Yo, the comments have been going crazy and I love responding to your guys' comments. Let's keep this community going. Make sure you like a video. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell because the videos are coming in, baby. Stay safe. Stay healthy. This has been your boy, Seafood That Guy speaking, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.